If you want to see me create my first look with the Naked Ultraviolet by Urban Decay, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and the moment has arrived. I get to crack into this puppy for more than just swatches. And I was playing around with the shadows just on the back of my hand last night and was extremely excited to get into this palette. Now there is a look that I am dying to do, but it is not the first look I'm going to do because I'm filming a few more videos for this channel afterwards. And the one that I'm dying to do is a smoky eye with a specific color. I can't wait, but I would rather do it as just a look as opposed to having it show up in a bunch of videos. I think it's going to look great, but I just feel like doing something a bit lighter given that I have some other filming to do. So I am going to stay on this side of the palette because I think it would be blasphemous not to use purples for the first look. I will venture into this neutral side, have no worries, but for today I really want to go into the purple side. So I am thinking of using Euphoric and Warning and Optimized. Let's go into Hacked, and as I'm playing with the shadows, I will get more specific about what it is that I want to use. And I don't want to use Lucid. And the reason I don't want to use Lucid is every single person and their cousin did their first look with Lucid. I will get to it. I just don't want every single look that you see to be the similar shadows all over and over and over again. So I'm going to go in, like I said, with Hacked, and then we'll go from there. And my starter brush is going to be the one that I've enjoyed using recently, which is the Quo. The name rubbed off. I don't know why I look every single time or almost every single time. So again, we're going into Hacked. And if you haven't seen the swatches yet, I will put that video right there. So going into Hacked, this is the first of these eyeshadows that I put on my eyes, and I'm so excited. Oh. When I saw this palette come out, I was just saying, finally! Because I thought, wouldn't it be so fantastic if they came out with a naked purple? And in my head, it was like, oh, and then it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, it did. Oh yeah, it did. And you know how when you really want something, you try not to think about it too much because you don't want to get your hopes up? Well, that was me. And I am so thankful that they decided to release this palette. And I have said in a previous video, can you do green now? I would love a grungy green. And grungy green is natural, isn't it? That would be fantastic. Grungy green with a lime green thrown in there and a mustard. And a truly grungy green palette would pair really well with the Naked Honey. Just throwing it out there. Okay, when I swatched Hacked, Hacked, I was really, really impressed with it, and it did not disappoint. This is a very, very good base color, at least for my skin tone. It was effortless. It makes me think of Sophie or Sophia from the Certify Affinity palette. If you haven't seen that, First Impressions, I'll put it right there. Holy cow. Yeah, really nice. Now also I have on my brow bone the Benefit Highbrow. So I'm going to go into Trippin' right away and set that particular shadow. And I'm going to go into my Smashbox, does it have a name? Yes, Contour Shadow Brush. It's very powdery, it does not take very much. and it loads onto the brush very quickly. So beware, don't put too much on your brush. Okay, there we go. I feel better. It's like everything is set now on my face. And I'm going to go into my angled brush now and take Hacked again and just put it on my lower lid. Just about 2/3. I love the mirrors in these palettes. So easy. Okay, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go in with Cyberpunk in the crease. And I'm going to use that same brush as I just used for Hacked. And I'm going to go for it. Okay, just put a little bit on the brush just to see how it behaves. Because swatches are one thing, brush application is another. And just slowly building up over Hacked. And it is beautiful. That is so pretty. So I could have been done with Hacked. And now I could say I could be done with this look and just put on a little bit of liner and mascara. I mean, it's very pretty. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. And Cyberpunk is super, super pretty in person. Actually, a number of these shadows, and I don't know if it's because of the color purple, but I do find that as well with some other naked palettes, that what you see on camera from YouTubers presenting the palette is just, it just does not do it justice. And I would say as well, a number of other eyeshadow palette types, it's the same thing. One other one that comes to mind is the Linda Hallberg, or Linda Hallberg. Her quads, they don't, the camera does not do them justice. Same thing with any of the multi-chromes from the indie brands. They are so beautiful in person. Okay, I'm going to go just with a little bit more Cyberpunk again toward the inner upper lid. I don't know, I'm just liking it, so I'm just going for it. And it's a lot more pink than it is in the pen. In the pen it appears more purple, but it's definitely purple, but it has just an iridescence to it. And it's very, like I said, I'm repeating myself, but it's very pretty. And I think with these last little touches, I'll be done with Cyberpunk. Okay, so now we have Cyberpunk. I'm going to go in with Euphoric. And for the most part, I think I'm going to use my finger, and then I'll probably go in with a small crease brush to just blend it out. But I do want to use my finger. So if you're cringy, look away. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to go on the outer lid. That is so pretty. And I'll drag it down with my finger on just on the upper lower lid, upper portion. So I'm not going too far on to the lower lid. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Going into Euphoric again. Hopefully you can see the color. So, so nice. I was going to go for the lower lid again. Not quite what I was trying to do. And by what I can see, Cyberpunk and Euphoric are just blending together, even though they're overlapping. There's no harsh line. Like, this is next level layering capability here. I really, really love it. Okay, some more Euphoric here. What a great name for that shadow. Okay, and again, with just a tiny bit on the finger, I'm going to do the same thing on the outer lower lid. And these shadows are going to go so well with some very well-known Urban Decay Glide-On pencils. One of them that I'm thinking of right now is Asphyxia. It's just going to be so beautiful. And Empire. And Rockstar and Psychedelic Sister. Oh, the opportunities, the options. Okay, I'm really pleased with this so far. And I'm now going to go into, I'm going to go into Optimized on the inner to center lid. That is a color that came to mind when I was doing another look using the Affinity palette. And I just wiped off this brush. This is the angled brush from Sephora. It was a kit of 5 brushes. I don't think they sell it anymore. And, well, I know they don't sell it anymore. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's not on their website or anything. I'm going to go, like I said, into Optimized. And what I'm trying to do with Optimized is build a base for Warning to go on top of. So that is where I'm going with that. And I could have used Optimized actually on the brow bone. We'll see how it looks on the inner to center lid and then go from there. Gosh, that is so pretty. So pretty. Huh. Okay, looking down, so I go high enough in the crease. Did I say high enough? I meant high enough. Okay, and I'm going to go in with my finger with Optimized just to make sure I have the coverage that I want. Just gives it that little extra. Okay, now I'm going to go into Warning. And let's see what happens. And to go into Warning, I'm going to use my multitasker brush from Smashbox. It's like a pyramidal brush, and I really quite love it. And just one side of the 3-sided brush. A little fallout, but I went kind of aggressively into the pan for Warning. So that should not be surprising me. I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the next pass here. Okay, and I'm going to finish up the rest of that inner lid with my finger. That is really nice. So it's going from pink, hot pink with some purple lavender, and then it's going into lavender to blue. So there's a shift from inner to center lid. And it can almost look like it's a duo slash multi-chrome because the color gradient just follows. That is so cool. And it makes me want to use warning on the lower inner lid. I don't want to go too far down with it, so I'm going to use the smudger or smudge brush, and this was from the Smoky or Smoke Show set of 5 from Sephora. It was available at some point. Tapping off the excess, I just put some on the brush, and I'm going to go on the inner third of the lid and just bringing it in to Euphoric that I had on the lower outer lid. So doing that both sides. Okay, and now I'm going to finish what I did on the inner to half the lid here to the other side. Going back into warning. And again, looking down, so I go high up enough with that color. So I was at the kitchen counter with my husband. We were watching a show last night, and well, I was half watching, and I was doing swatch after swatch, combo after combo, layering, wiping my drool, layering again. Oh man, I could not wait to get in front of the camera, let me tell you. Okay, now I'm going to finish with my finger as I did on the other side. And by the way, if you're wondering what I have on my fingers, as far as nail polish, you can thank a fellow viewer for this lovely color that I put on specifically for this video because I thought it really made me think of Optimized. So yeah, it's such a beautiful color. Anyway, I will show you those nail polishes in a second. Okay. I'm pretty happy with what's going on here. I'm really, really happy. I don't feel like I need to do anything else other than I did talk about going in with a smaller crease brush and just making sure that the colors are kind of blending through. And I think that the only one I need to do that with is Euphoric. Warning is I was pretty precise with it with the multitasker brush. So let me grab a small crease brush and we will finish up the look. This is the brush I'm going to use. It's not super, super tapered, but it will do what I need it to do. I have a dog hair on it. I don't know if anybody has that issue. I have a dog that has a significant undercoat, and the hair is so light, it fluffs up all over the place in the house. And I mean, this stuff is suspended in the air. So I find the dog hair in the weirdest places. And yes, I vacuum a lot, and we have hardwood floors. It's not like it can get stuck in very many places on the floor. But they float around all over the place. It's really kind of freaky. Okay, that did what I wanted it to do. I want an airy, light look, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to pick some liner and mascara and decide if I'm changing the lip. I'll do all those things and come back and show you what I did. And this is the final look. I just want to talk about a few things before I forget them. And I did promise to talk to you about the nail polish. This is the one that I'm wearing on most of my nails, obviously, well, all of them, technically. And it is a Quote product, and it is the Spirit Junkie. Could it be any more appropriate? And then on my ring finger, I am wearing a topper, and this is from Ciate London, and it is the Kaleidoscope color, and it has purple in it. It's kind of a blue to purple shift with some gold in it, and silver. I love this combination, and it was a gift from Julie. If you want to see that video, I will put it here. They're a gorgeous combination, and they look the same as optimized in the palette. I mean, it's just so good. Now let's talk about what is on my eyes, and then I want to show you another discovery. Actually, not a discovery, but a confirmation of something I suspected. So first off, what did I do with the look? I refreshed the Urban Decay Zero on my upper waterline, and I also tight lined on my upper lash line. Then I went to a pencil I love any excuse to use, and it is Ransom. These are all by Urban Decay. And Ransom is this one right here. And then on my upper lash line, just a little bit above and into the Urban Decay Zero that I put as a tight line on my upper lashes, I used Psychedelic Sister, and you would have heard me mentioning these liners as I was doing my makeup because they looked so much like, the eyeshadow looked so much like the liners and vice versa. And Psychedelic Sister is this one that I have right here. So this was Ransom, and this is Psychedelic Sister. So close. And I did a little legend here on my hand. So this is the pencil line, and then this is a wider pencil line, but with me pushing into it and smudging it a little bit as would happen on the lid. And I'm hoping that you are going to see some resemblance to the palette we just played around with. And as I do that, I just want to mention as well, I cannot believe I forgot to use the brush. I just got into automatic mode with my brushes. I will definitely use this brush on my next look. I love these brushes from the Naked series. I love these brushes from Urban Decay. I never have a problem using them. I loved it. It's identical to the Naked Cherry, and so I know that I will enjoy using it, and I'm looking forward to using this end in my next look. So yeah. Now, so let's go back to this palette and the shadows. So this one is like Psychedelic Sister. This one is like Ransom. This next one is like, I forget the name, UVB. UVB. Very similar. So take a look at UVB underneath that color. You see they're underneath each other. I'm trying to get it in frame here. I didn't realize they were going to be, for some of them, 100% matches. That's just so nice, so nice. And so really for anyone like me who is a hardcore Urban Decay fan, this feels like an homage to people who have been loving the history of Urban Decay and the tight affiliation, in a way, I'll call it affiliation, that Urban Decay has with purples. This cannot get more Urban Decay. It just is. It is Urban Decay colors, classic colors through and through. Now, after that long ramble, let's get back to what's on my eyes. So I used the High Impact Mascara by Clinique, one coat on my lower lashes, and then the Sumptuous Extreme from Estee Lauder on my upper lashes, 2 coats. And I did finish up with the All Nighter Setting Spray. And the lipstick. Now, the lipstick is one that I have not featured very often on this channel. It was part of a holiday set. And it is Haute Nude 124, a cream lipstick from Lancôme. And I picked this one. You'd say, well, it's a rosy brown. Yeah, but Hacked is a rosy brown mauve. And I felt like it matched Hacked, which I think you can still see on my upper crease. So that's what I chose to finish up with. I'm pretty happy with the look. I thought that a purple or mauve, purely purple or mauve lipstick would be just too much purple. So I stopped right there. And I am really happy with my first play date with the Naked Ultraviolet. I think you can tell. Let me know what you think of this first look. I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And if you want to see more looks from me, don't worry, there will be more with this palette. But for now, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in a video very soon. Take care.